Hello beautiful Italian learners and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Germana and today we are going to see how and when to use the Italian verbi servili. Have you ever heard of them? Today we're going through their usage and we'll also practice a bit together, so make sure to follow this video till the end to respond to the final quiz I've created for you. But before we continue with the lesson, if you want to see any other Italian grammar videos from me in the future, just make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the post notification so you never miss another upload. Are you ready? Let's get started! Potere, volere, dovere, sapere. These four verbs in Italian are called verbi servili. But what do they express and how do we use them? Potere can express probability. An example, posso anche aver detto questo, ma non lo pensavo veramente. I may have said that, but I didn't mean it. Permission. An example, posso uscire? Can I go out? Or a kind request. An example, potresti farmi un favore? Could you do me a favor? And ability. An example, possiamo farcela ragazzi? We can do it guys. On the other hand, dovere can express duty or necessity. An example, devo terminare del lavoro entro stasera. I have to finish some work by tonight. Or probability. An example, deve essere successo qualcosa se non risponde al telefono. Something must have happened if he doesn't answer the phone. And then volere. This verb can express will. An example, Grazia vuole comprare un vaso da mettere all'ingresso di casa. Grazia wants to buy a vase to put in the entrance of her house. And lastly, we have sapere. This verb generally means to know, but if we use it as verbo servile, its meaning will completely change. Indeed, in this case, it can express the ability of a person of doing something. An example, Edoardo sa guidare la macchina. Edoardo can drive the car. Like the auxiliary verbs essere and avere, these verbs serve as a support for the conjugation of other verbs. Servile indeed means exactly servile. For this reason, they are also known as verbi modali, modal verbs, as they express the way in which an action is performed. Let's see some examples. Il medico mi ha detto che devo perdere 5 kg. The doctor told me I should lose 5 kilos. Posso offrirti un caffè? May I buy you a coffee? Vorrei avere una casa in riva al mare. I'd like to have a house on the seashore. Tiziano sa parlare 7 lingue. Tiziano can speak 7 languages. As we've just mentioned auxiliary verbs, my question for you now is, do we also use verbi servili with auxiliary verbs? The answer is yes, we can use them together. And how do we know what auxiliary verb to use amongst essere and avere? Let's see some examples to better clarify. Ha voluto offrire lui la cena. He wanted to buy dinner. So if the verb following the modal verb is a transitive verb, like offrire, you'll use avere as auxiliary verb. Transitive verb, for those who are wondering, means that the verb requires an object. In this case, the object was la cena. Let's see another example. È voluto andare via, or ha voluto andare via. The two sentences mean the same thing. He wanted to leave. So, as you can see, if the verb is an intransitive verb, such as andare, to go, so it doesn't require an object, you can use both avere and essere interchangeably. Okay guys, so now it's your turn. I'll give you 8 sentences and I want you to choose the right option amongst 2. You know now what each modal verb can express in Italian, so according to their meaning, you know what verb to choose amongst the option. Let's start with number 1. Lucrezia ha molte qualità. Sa or può essere gentile. Number 2. Se potessi or dovessi tornare prima, fammi sapere. Which one is the correct one? Number 3. Non dovete or volete sapere il vostro voto? 4. Sapresti or potresti gentilmente tenermi il cappotto per un secondo? 5. Voglio or devo andare, si è fatto tardi. 6. Non posso or so nuotare. 7. Vorrei or potrei viaggiare di più. And last one. Paolo non potrà or dovrà venire al mio compleanno. So good, that's all for today's lesson. What I wanted you to focus today, it wasn't just the conjugation of this kind of verbs. Rather, I just wanted you to focus on their usage and their meaning. So when you find dovere, potere, volere or sapere, you'll know what do they mean and what they can express in a sentence. I really hope that this video was helpful for you to learn more about their usage, and if you have any question, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Plus, don't forget that I've been teaching online on ɪtalki. ɪtalki is an online language platform where you can have one-on-one online lessons whenever and wherever you want, and all you need is just a long and stable internet connection. In my opinion, this is definitely the most efficient way to reach language fluency. So click on the link in the description box to earn 10 USD ɪtalki credits on a purchase of $20. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter account. See you next time. Ciao!